Hey, my name is Callum, and I sometimes make games. I love game dev because I love watching people experience what I created. The same way it feels good to show a friend your favorite movie, show, or even just a cool YouTube video, it feels amazing to see a friend, or even stranger, play one of my games and enjoy it. But, in order for people to play your game and have fun, you first need people to play it and not quite have fun. I'm talking about game playtests. Real quick, I want to thank y'all for all the recent support again. Literally, my last video, I thanked you for 150 subscribers. Now, as I record this, I have over 400. It's pretty crazy. Thank y'all so much. Anyway, playtesting helps you find bugs, get feedback on what's fun, what's boring, and even give you new ideas for your game. Many popular studios, such as Valve, cite playtesting as the most important part of development. In an interview, Chet Faliszek, a former Valve employee, writer, and lead of Left 4 Dead, described how infuriating yet necessary playtests are.
Thanks, Doc.
You see the guy not looking at what you want him to look at, and he's not going to the right place. You're like, you're an idiot, we got idiots for playtesters, who is this, somebody's friend? Let's get somebody who knows how to play games. And then the second group comes through, and you're still saying, alright, you're stupid, what the hell, who are these people? And then by the third or fourth time, all of a sudden you're realizing, I'm an idiot. This is pretty obvious, this doesn't work, it's not their fault, it's our fault.
So anyway, I use this as an excuse to harass my friends into playing a mostly incomplete game. I asked several people if they were willing to download a sketchy file from me and run it. After way less convincing than it should have taken, I had my first few playtesters. Snow was the first person to ever play my game, so I was worried he would hate it, or everything would break, and just generally anxious I wasted my time on a stupid idea for a stupid game. But instead, the first thing he mentioned was crosshair choice. Thanks, Snow. The next thing he showed me was terrifying and unplanned. It shook me to my very core. Box flying, as I call it, is the biggest fear when you make any physics system ever. I thought it was impossible due to the range when you hold out boxes, but I guess where there's a will, there's a way. Honestly, I'm equal parts impressed and sickened, but it's pretty cool, so I'll make it official. Box flying is here to stay. However, I have far greater concerns. This is an incredibly strange and unexpected bug. Luckily, it took longer to diagnose the problem than to actually fix it. The player camera has to rotate for the player to look around, of course, but it's restricted to a maximum and minimum value, so you can't endlessly loop by looking up or down. But, for some horrible, accursed reason, if you collide with the box while sliding fast enough, it could break the restrictions, which is what Snow did. Fortunately, it only took one line of code to fix. After that, I added a restart button for convenience, then pushed out an update, and Snow broke it 10 seconds later. I sent out the game to a few other friends and got back pretty much the same results. Thank you, It's Snow, ITA, and Super521. People enjoyed it and played more than I asked them to, but occasionally boxes got stuck in the chute and players were trapped in weird spots by pallet racks. I moved things around on the map and added a toggle for some sidebars in the pallet rack, so the player can just crawl out. Once again, adjusting all this wasn't terrible, it just took time. That seems to be the current theme of my game dev process. I've reached a point in the project where I don't need to make anything new and crazy, but the current adjustments are whittling away at my time and patience. That being said, I have more adjustments to make. Yay! Currently, the outlines display only when the box is held, but I think this leads to false positives. The player thinks they're in range of the box and clicks to grab, but turns out they missed or were too far away. Fixing this, however, was terrible. I won't bore you with the details, but I ended up using the worst possible solution just because I couldn't bear to reread my terrible code anymore. Then I made it so the rafter lights could flicker sometimes. I don't know, I just like it. Briefly, I also experimented with the player being able to bump objects around, but I think I'll leave it out for now. I also fixed the saving. Now if you load up a new version of the game with an old save file, it'll warn you, then move it to the recycling bin. Lastly, thanks to a comment from S3A, I was reminded that vents have no sound. I really appreciate you pointing this out, I completely missed it, and I really love it when y'all comment. Now, finally, I think I can be done with this stage of playtesting. I have a lot more to do, and I think my next video topic will really surprise you, but what I have now is at least good enough. Once again, I'm sorry for the video taking so long to come out. I had college midterms and basically no free time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the next video will be out this decade. I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and like the video and let me know any suggestions you have. I'll read all the comments. But thank you for watching.